Hello, everybody. My name is RoboPirate Foxy, and welcome back. So I wanted to start in my little chest room today, because if you noticed, I've done a little work. I put some more things into the sorters and just kind of realigned a few stuff. Only reason I'm saying anything is I kind of have been biding my time to start recording, because I can't hear anything out of my right ear. Which I'm saying this not to I don't know. I'm just saying it to complain because it sucks and it's annoying. And I cleared up a lot of my chest monster that was starting to form out here, which then put it back here into what is slowly becoming a chest monster of its own. Even though it's an organized chest monster, which is probably the only time anyone has ever said that, I still think I need to do something about this. As I mentioned, I've been biding my time and looking over my creative world or version of this base and stuff like that. And it gave me a little inspiration, a little inspiration you need to push through. And it gave me that little inspiration you need to push through as it, just to keep going. Because as you noticed, I haven't been working on my base very much, which is purposeful because I don't want to just do it all at once. But also, to be honest with you guys, I only have the right half of the thing designed. I haven't, in my testing world, I haven't put anything behind these. And over here, I only have one all the way done, which is fine. That's the point. I made a base that was meant to be intentionally insanely big, so it's okay that I haven't finished everything. But I really think it's time to start working towards that. I've taken a little break. I've gotten a few more farms that are mainly just that were mainly that were mainly just for fun going on over here. I also have to clean this up. But I fixed up everything over here. I got all the fun going. So I think it's time that I finally move on with the next stage of farms, which is not the ones that suck to build, but are ones that kind of make a world a little less interesting, right? Like part of the challenge is that I haven't had any beacons yet, or I haven't had a shulker farm, so I've been living off what I got. But I think it's time to finally change that today. So today I will be building a wither skeleton farm. But to keep with the theme of the past few episodes where I've decided to upkeep one thing at the beginning of each episode, I think today my goal is instead going to just make a list of what needs to be done. That was part of what I saw, is that my base was a little lacking in a few things. I want to make a space for random item sortage that's easy to access and is available, which is something I never actually designed into the base because I didn't really think it would be an issue, but then here we are. So project number 1 is making some area to store all this stuff in. Number 2, I forgot everything I had made in my head as a list for what I needed. That's mainly it, which I just don't really want to do it right now. But I want to build a wither skeleton farm. And it's not just going to be a wither skeleton farm, right? Most people only have the one farm in mind, but I'm going to do something a bit more advanced. It's actually called a fortress farm because it gets everything from the fortress. So blaze rods, bones, coal, which comes from a wither skeleton farm anyway, but, coal is a big one. Is you get some gold, too. So for now, though, we gotta find another fortress. Well, I want to gather the materials first, because you need dogs, and that's kind of the main thing. Other than that, I really should just have the rest of the blocks in pocket change. I gotta look up the source material. I gotta look up the source material. Yeah, I gotta look up the list of items I need. The material list. That's what I was trying to say. God. I got material in every one of those. I just didn't get it right. But yeah, so I'll be right back once I have all that. So yippee! Okay, super odd bump in here, but an ice cream truck just went past outside, which you may think is not weird, but there has never ever been an ice cream truck in my neighborhood ever. So I went to chase him, but he was gone. I get no ice cream. I need 12 dogs. So, which is should be fairly easy. I only really need 2, and then I can just go get a bunch of rotten flesh from my mob farm, and then that's kind of it. But a spot where dogs spawn is right over here in the spruce forest. It'll be like the German Shepherd looking ones, I believe. Oh, or regular ones. I need bones. I need bones, though. Right about that. Wolf spotted. Yay! Okay. So we just gotta find one more now. Maybe I'll get this guy home first, because that way I can just fly around. That's the only issue, is I kind of have to backtrack like this, or else they're not gonna keep up. I could just fly low to the ground as well, though, so they can teleport, but even then, I can't really do that in the trees. Though, I don't know if I want to give up, like, my first dog, though, you know? I might need to keep this guy and then go get 2 more or something. I can still use him to, populate, but I don't think I should give up my baby. I also said that really weirdly, don't put that in. Oh, hey, look at that. There's a literal pack of them. I will take all of you. Up. Okay, so I went and got a shulker box of rotten flesh just because I thought it would be helpful. But basically, all you do is you take 2 of the dogs, do this, take the other 2, do this. Luckily, they're not picky on what they eat. When we take the babies, come here. Did you guys not finish? Finish your business. Come here, you. So, and then you sit them down so they don't go crazy. And then these 2, you basically just... I think you only have to do, like, a stack. Okay, sit down. Come here. Don't walk away while I'm trying to feed you. You only give them about a stack of rotten flesh. And then it'll make them grow up in... maybe... instead of, like, 2 Minecraft days, it'll be about... like, a minute. I don't know the exact time, but it speeds it up a little bit. You basically want to wait 5 minutes at most. Because then that's when these guys are able to go again. The rest of them are able to go again. And then you just repeat. He already grew up even. Wow. Okay. 1 stack. Oh, okay. 1 stack with more than enough. But basically, we're going to wait a few minutes just so they're all ready to go again. And then we'll turn 6 into 3 more, 9. And then we'll be done. So I'll leave that there for now. And then... we gotta get the rest of the supplies. The worst thing we need is some nether brick, which I do just have tons of. Plus, we'll actually just get some from the fortress, because we have to do a little flattening and such. So, but you need nether brick for the spawning platform. So. So, now that we have all 12, we are going to leave them here. They're not... we are going to leave all 12 here for now. We're not going to bring them with us. Because... ow. Because... we are going to... go find a fortress. Now, you need to find kind of an ideal fortress for this. It needs to be... it doesn't actually need the middle of a bridge anymore. I always remember that from just Wither Skeleton fortresses. But it does need to be in a Soul Sand Valley, a warped forest, or over a great lava lake. So, we will be... well, I'll be right back when I find one. It's going to take quite a bit. Okay, so it's not the same for everyone, obviously. But I'm personally using Chunk Base, and what we need to do is find a nether fortress inside a Soul Sand Valley that's the best biome for this farm. So I just used Chunk Base, brought up the Everything Finder seed map, and then over here is I found a nice blaze or nether fortress pretty close even. This is me right here on our nether. Okay, so I made it all the way here, and it's kind of just in a mountain, so I'm going to have to look for another one. Other than that, it would have been pretty good. It's a pretty big fortress, as you can see. I'm pretty much right on the coordinates I have listed. Got to go a bit more this way, but I'll show you. It's the exact same fortress. Yeah. So this is kind of right where it was leading me, like right about here. But as you can see, it's just in a wall. I could dig out the space, but it's about having this upper gap up here that we can't have. So I'm going to have to go look for another one. So, yippee! Okay, so here I am, and this one's okay. It's not as good as it could be, but I really don't want to go look for another one, and this was the closest one in literally thousands of blocks that was good. So what's good about this one, though, is it has this big open area where I'm standing. And you use the bounding box for this farm. You don't just build it, like, off some existing structure. So as long as I can find the highest point, I can put it in this corner over here, and I'll have all the room I need, so that'll be great. So, yeah, let me remember how to do that, and then I'll show you guys. I see that there. Nuh-uh. Uh-oh. Okay, so I forgot about that. How did I forget about that while I was looking at it? Ooh. Anyway, so I need to find the bounding box of the fortress, which is quite easy to do. I can literally see the 2 wings I want to use, so I don't even need to find the X and Y. I just need to go into the fortress itself and find the highest up nether brick block, so that way I know the height I have to build it at, because I'm literally just going to build it within view of these. And I believe on these bridges over here as well, it has to be before it starts getting all craggly, so I just use, like, the rim as a good idea. Because, honestly, you're gonna have a good location, and it's not really gonna matter if it's there or not. So we're just gonna go find the highest block that we can, and probably die with trying. Dang. I forgot how dangerous it was in here. I do believe, though, this is probably gonna be the highest block, so I just need the Z level. 75! 75! It's 75. Type 75 in chat before I die. So I do have to go looking more, but 75 is probably gonna be our height. So 75 over here is gonna be the height we build the farm at. It's kind of it. Though, because I'm so far away, one thing I also want to do is I want to knock a hole in the nether roof. Because flying in and out of the nether this whole time will be insane. I'm also probably going to make an ice boat route one day, but not today. Okay, to save you from some of the time wasting I did, I blew a hole in the nether roof, brought all the supplies over, and then I started on the farm. And just to explain the farm a little bit, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I honestly don't really understand it, but this is, of course, a nether fortress farm by ENX04. He made this in about 1.16-ish, and it still works to this day. I don't think I had to do any modifications, but the rates are always screwy in between updates, so I don't know if it's as good as his video says it is, but I'll put that in the description below if any of you guys want to check it out. Okay, hello everybody. So, I didn't see any wither skeletons spawning, so I decided to get Mini HUD to show me the bounding box because I thought I did something wrong. Now here I was thinking I was a block over, because, you know, only pigmen and blazes were spawning. I still don't know why any magma, or why, I still don't know why magma are spawning, honestly. But I especially don't know why any wither skeletons still aren't spawning. It's a little weird. So I'll check that out. But also, apparently I gotta move the whole farm up, like, 6 blocks. So I'm really gonna quickly set a mark out for that, because I really don't want to use Mini HUD. So the idea is, though, you want, like, a 1-block gap, which is what I have now. So next time you guys see me, I'll have fixed this. Okay, so as you can see, I fixed it, and you can also tell I was being a lot more liberal with the torches, which is actually why wither skeletons weren't spawning in the first place. So that's an oops on me. But also, I just want to come in and say that the end of this replay is a little weird because going across dimensions as I built the overworld part of the farm kind of did this weird bounce back and forth thing. So if there's any weird cuts at the end of this replay, that's why. Okay, so, as you can see, we're up here, and the mobs are flowing in, the farm is working. So, I know I don't, it's a pretty, give me a sec, I'm trying to fill up my inventory so I can do this. But I know this sorting system's pretty meek, but trust me, I want to make a better one. But to AFK at the farm, I need beacons. I don't technically need beacons, but it's how I prefer to do these usually. So, that's what I'm gonna do. And the good thing about this farm, too, is it doesn't matter if you have fire aspect. Even though I'm probably going to remove fire aspect from this because it's getting really annoying having to use a farm sword everywhere I go. And as much as I love fire aspect, it's more of a pain than it is useful. Alright. Oh, wow, I got the exact same heads over and over again. That's pretty interesting. Too much time in the nether. Oh, no. I forgot. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Nice. I saved myself. So here is... Yeah, get owned, bro. Wait, I didn't even hit... Oh, man. Wait, no! I didn't even hit the gas. I reshoot the fireball. No! I want the music disc, man. But here we are. So this is how the farm looks. It's really simple. The dogs scare the wither skeletons into the portal. The blazes just walk naturally, but you can hope the wither skeletons move them. The zombie pigmen also want to go to the turtle eggs, which directs them right in. Okay, so I have prepared. This is what I've got. I've got just as much iron as more than I'll need, but still. I got 2 stacks of everything, basically. I should have enough redstone and repeaters in my redstone chest, but just because. And then some more glass just to make the way around. So, other than that, though, we should be pretty good. So we're gonna go head back now. And it's my time. I don't know why I need to sleep, because I'm gonna be in the nether, but my brain is telling me to. Okay, hello everybody and welcome back. So here we are with the really scuffed sorting system. But it's here, that's all that matters. That's all we gotta think about. But this thing is just an abomination, and I kept trying to lower it so that way I could actually like have enough storage for everything. Because this farm does make quite a bit of stuff. So the first thing we have over here is wither skeleton skulls. And then 2 chests for coal that automatically sort it into coal. You can't really see the auto crafters from down here, but they're there. There they are. And then we have blaze rods, which I took the last few to make some more ender chests with, so I could leave one here. And then we have bone blocks. And then we have gold right here. All 3 of these are gold, and they actually made it so they go into one chest when they're done, but it's just... I couldn't do that for all of them because I didn't want to make the thing huge, and I really made this unoptimized. Like I said, I was just kind of doing it to do it. Man, I really need shulker loaders. And these final chests are for the blaze skull and piglin skulls. I'm not sure I'm gonna ever use this farm long enough to get enough of either, but we'll see. Well, probably will, actually. I'm gonna get a lot of coal from this farm. That'll be very nice. But the final thing to do is come up here and make these dispensers or droppers start dropping. There we go. There's number 1. Ta-da. Just want to make sure this works. Oh, and boom. Nice. But other than that, I brought literally every shulker I have with me because I know it's going to be a lot to bring back. And given how even when I do have an ice road, how much of a pain it's going to be to get back and forth from here, I just don't want to bother. So with that, I'm done. You know, I think I'm going to end the episode here because I have to AFK to get any of the stuff from here, so I can't really build anything else I wanted to, which is fine. So I think that'll be it, and I will see you guys next time. I'm going to AFK for a night. So please like and subscribe as usual, and